Hey, good Sunday morning, everybody. It is so nice to be with you here for the morning briefing. As always, we've got a lot to talk about, and I deeply appreciate all you do for Friedman Adventures. There's some good fishing going on down in Cabo, San Lucas. The Baja Peninsula has big bonita, yellowtail, and of course, lots of rockfish. Are there still bluefin tuna around? We'll delve into that a little bit, and then some pretty good local sand bass fishing and glorious weather here today. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Delicious. What is better than a cup of coffee here early on Sunday morning? Good morning. Hope your football teams won yesterday. Some good games today. Enjoy, my friends. In the meantime, we've got glorious weather with the exception of some 39-degree air temperatures. When I got up this morning around 4:30, it was chilly. I'm coming to you from our office here, our studio, I should say, at 22nd Street Lane in beautiful San Pedro, California. I'm down here because I'm getting ready to go with Tom Doerr on the Judith Ann on a whale watch trip with some great folks that are going to join us. So we'll go out there and see if we can't find a whale or two. And of course, later today, I'll report on that. If we see anything incredible out there, of course, I will have it for you. People ask me, do you do anything different when you go with Tom Doerr? Well, I mean, not exactly. Perhaps a little ritual before I leave with Tom, but it doesn't mean anything at all. Tom's a great captain and does a great job every single time. All right, my friends, we are moving up on 1.5 million views. We're rocking and rolling, all thanks to you, and 6,000 subscribers. I don't know how to thank you. Thank you so very much for all you do for Friedman Adventures on YouTube and on TikTok. We had a post on TikTok the other day that exceeded 3 million views. Instagram and Facebook. Really, really appreciate all you are doing for us. All right, let's get into it because we've got a lot to talk about. Let's go down to Cabo San Lucas where the marlin bite has been really good. Sean Morgan is an extraordinary captain. He has run boats out of here for 30 years, 40 years, whatever it is. He's getting old like me. Anyway, he's based out of San Jose del Cabo now on a boat called the Wild and Sack. You should join him if you're ever down there in that neck of the woods. He's very fishy. They've been catching marlin and some pretty nice dorado. There's just a sprinkling of dorado, and it's around the Pacific side, around a bank we call the Golden Gate. But it's been okay on the dorado and very good on the marlin. So they've got nice weather, 75-degree air temp, about the same for the water temp. It's been really, really good fishing down there in that neck of the woods. Moving you up the Baja Peninsula, let's take a look at San Quintin area there, and I should say out at San Martin Island along the coast. The pangueros down there have been catching good yellowtail on the yo-yo iron, also dropper lube with a mackerel. That's very effective. But in addition to that, just copious amounts of rockfish. Really good bottom bite going on down there in that neck of the woods. And I highly recommend you give it a try. Incidentally, the beaches there, Socorro and some other areas, phenomenal perch fishing in the wintertime. And it's been good. Colonette is another area. It's another 20 miles up toward the Mexican-American border, which puts you 120 miles down below the border. Up there, there's great perch fishing on the beaches, but once again, San Diego-based boats are down there, and they're having excellent rock fishing and getting some yellows also. Same thing, dropper loop for the yellows or a big lingcod or the yo-yo iron, and it has been flat, excellent fishing and gorgeous weather here this weekend. So I'm so happy that is going on. Is there bluefin tuna? There were reports of surfers out there on Cortez Bank riding those 100-footers, seeing bluefin tuna. So we'll have to see. The Relentless is trying to get out Monday night out of H&M Landing in San Diego and trying to get out there and give that a look. That weather forecast for the bank on the days that he proposes to fish. So that would be, I think, Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. It should be gorgeous. It's really, really nice. And they were reporting seeing some 200-plus pounders. I'd like to see a couple of those get caught, so hopefully they'll get out and give that a try. Or maybe somebody else is out there doing it right now that we're unaware of, and we'll see how that goes. Hey, long-range fishing, let me give those guys give you a little update. Some big yellowfin tuna and good wahoo fishing. At times, it vacillates between a really slow day and then a pretty darn good day, and a lot of 200-plus pound YFT for boats like the Independence and the Intrepid, and I can go on and on. Red Rooster 3, it has been pretty darn good fishing down there. All right, so now, and I mentioned that San Diego-based boats are running those trips down to Collinet. Those are great trips. Or you can drive across the border and fish one of those guys, like Blackfin. Victor, our friend down out of Ensenada, he's actually located out there in Punta Banda, and they're having great rock fishing. Arnie's Sport Fishing. Great guy. Arnie has been fishing Punta Banda as well as Todos Santos Island. That's been pretty darn good also. So some nice fishing on rockfish, big bonita, couple yellows here and there. Same thing for Diego Nuno and Costa Baja Sport Fishing. You can find Costa Baja Sport Fishing and Arnie's Sport Fishing on Facebook. Give them a look and join them for a trip. That's how you're going to get around our rockfish closure here in Southern California, because Mexico is open for rockfish during this time. Drive across, jump on a San Diego-based boat. In fact, the Premier out of San Diego on the weekends fishes double half day. And down there, they've been catching sculpin and a few bass, not bad. But Monday through Friday, they go across the border and fish rockfish. That's the beauty of being located right on the border there. That is really awesome. So nice fishing going on across the border, and as I mentioned, picking at the bass. And same thing up here from the border all the way up to Marina del Rey. They are all trying to get some sculpin, whitefish, and sand bass. The Premier, again, out of H&M, had a little pop on that. We get up here, Sport King. They had some sculpin and whitefish, a few sand bass. There's been some bigger sand bass up here in this neck of the woods. In fact, the guys on the Monte Carlo are getting ready to go as I speak. And that is, I don't know what time they leave. I should know that. I think 9 or 10. So you still have time to get down to 22nd Street and jump on board the Monte Carlo. Not wide open on the sand bass anywhere. Okay, you got to work at this hard. And it's structure fish, meaning that you're fishing over structure, an old ship that sank or some other kind of cement type of reef or something like that. And that means you've got to fish a little bit heavier line. And that's why we love Opsin fluorocarbon. The abrasion resistance of it is really critical in this kind of bite, and it gets bit better. Opsin, www.opsinusa.com. Put in FA at checkout. Friedman Adventures. You'll get a love note from Greg Brown, maybe even a kiss on the cheek if he's able to see you, as well as a free gift. So you got to fish that heavier line if you can get away with it. And I would suggest 40 pound unless you find it difficult to get a bite. And when you get a bite, you've got to yank those fish away from that structure, because what they do is they come up and bite your bait and they run back down into a hole, and then you're done. You are absolutely finished. So when you put the hook to them, start winding and get them away from that. You get them 4 or 5 feet up away from the structure, then you can kind of slow down, take it easy, and catch a nice fish. City of Long Beach yesterday, 23 guys. They had about 57 total bass, mostly sand bass, and about 6 fish that were in the 5+ pound category. Had a nice big flatfish in addition to that. Marina del Rey Spitfire, 24 guys, 96 sculpin, 24 sand bass, 5 calico bass. Newt Del Mar, 35 guys, 44 sand bass, 7 calico bass, 151 on the sculpin. You know, the beauty of this, however, is the weather and the fact that a gray whale might go cruising by you. That is something that is absolutely spectacular for the kids to see, those magnificent mammals making their way from the Bering Sea down past Southern California to the warm water lagoons of Baja California. It is an incredible migration that you should take a look at and take advantage of. It's incredible. Along our beaches, beautiful surf fishing conditions, a few barred perch. They like that cooler water. So once again, you can take them on artificials like a Castmaster or a small chrome crocodile, like about a 3/4 ounce. They'll bite that, the bigger ones especially. Or you can go to bait, and you can get a lot of bait, all your bait, at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, right on the corner of PCH and Seal Beach Boulevard. Load up on your bait, and it's a good time to fish. Remember, 2 hours before the high tide until 2 hours after. Nice window for you to fish. However, you can catch fish on the low tide, especially halibut. Throwing a Lucky Craft lure or something like that is a really good idea. So once again, that is also a viable option for all of you. All right, my friends, there you have it. I've got to get out there with Tom Durer I need a little more time to prepare for that trip, if you know what I mean. Just kidding, Tom. Can't wait to get out there. We have a lovely group of people today. It should be a lot of fun. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified when there is new content available for all of you. And of course, I'm going to toast you one more time from beautiful 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. Good morning, my friends, and I hope to see you really, really soon. A world of wonder and natural beauty awaits you as Tom Duran, the Judith Ann, will take you whale watching. You'll not only see the mighty gray whale pass by Southern California, but you're likely to encounter pods of dolphin, lots of bird life, and of course sea lions and so much more. Only $600, and it's VIP because it's only you and your friends and loved ones on board. Take advantage of this great deal.
Thought he had a whitefish when it turned into something else really, really big.
After an extended, excruciating battle, he passed off the rod to Axel.
Axel put the screws to this fish, and surfacing from the depths was this enormous, gigantic black sea bass. Captain Mike said it would go easily over 200 pounds. The crew on the Pride used a gaff to get the hook out of the tail of the black sea bass and then gave it a push downward to get it breathing again and acclimated, and down went that gigantic monster to live to fight another day.
One thing that I do see gets bit more is the corners. I will see that for sure. So if you're trolling and your team's coming up, have your troll rod ready, and when it's your turn to put them out, man, just try to jump in that corner. that I have seen many times get bit by.
Wilkerson is attempting to splice Paul's rod into another reel. They've got to splice this before the fish makes a run. Hey, tie a knot. Come here, sir. Come here. Good job, boys. Good job. Nice. Should I keep pulling this?
First yellowtail means you must eat the heart.
That's a nice one. Tasty?
Strong.
Great times on board the Freedom catching yellowtail at San Clemente Island.
Nice fish.
That's a nice one.
Good job, Nick. Dump on that. Woo! You guys. Woo!